Hi, this is Sandy Carter, and I'm the author of The New Language of Marketing 2.0. And we've been discussing the ANGELS framework and how they can help you add social media to your traditional marketing. In this lesson, we're going to focus in on the N, which is nail the strategy and tell the story. Now, in nailing the strategy and telling the story, we're going to talk about three elements of where you can add social media in to make yourself more viable. Those areas are around corporate social responsibility, branding and lightly branding, and finally around role-based marketing. Now there are many others, but that's all that time will allow for today. So first let's take a look at corporate social responsibility. From IBM's latest CEO study of 1,100 CEOs, corporate social responsibility has risen to the top, even in today's economic climate. Now what that means is that now online, your strategy has to come to life. Part of corporate social responsibility is that it becomes a part of who your company is. So for instance, I have some case studies in the book that illustrate how to make your focus on green, which is a hot area, come alive in social media. One example is using virtual worlds or virtual environments like Second Life to do demonstrations of your products. IBM Corporation leveraged Second Life to demonstrate its green data centers, eliminating travel and therefore carbon that people would have if they had traveled to a site to see IBM's demonstration of product. So social media can assist you in nailing your strategy through and through. Now the second area that social media can play a role is in branding. How do you do your branding and make sure that you are appropriately elevating or leveraging your brand position? With social media, there's such a thing now that I've called lightly branding. Now, what does that mean? That means that you as a chief marketing officer no longer control your brand. You are an orchestrator of the brand. You orchestrate all of the influencers to impact your brand appropriately. A couple of examples. In the book, there is the example of Coca-Cola and Mentos, who got featured in a video that was done by two entertainers. Now these entertainers had no intention of marketing Coke or Mentos, but very interesting, what they did is they put Mentos in Coke, the Coke exploded, they did thousands of bottles and videotaped it. It was the fastest growing watched video on YouTube in history. Got them a keynote on David Letterman. But for Coke and Mentos, it elevated their sales so much so that Coca-Cola ended up hiring these two entertainers to drive some of their viral marketing through more of these quote-unquote experiments of Mentos with Coca-Cola. So you now as a chief marketing officer are looking at lightly branding, coordinating all of these social media functions to drive the power of your brand. Now the final area of nailing the strategy and telling the story is around role-based marketing. Now role-based has become really critical today, and that is targeting your message based on someone's role. You're a chief operating officer, they're a chief purchasing officer, because those people want to hear things in different language, different words. Now how does social media help you here? Well, very much by targeting. Think about using a community, for instance, to target your message at a community. An example in the book is one with Adobe and Rubicon Consulting. What they did is they were able to very much target through online communities the target market and role in the biomedical field. So role-based marketing can even become more powerful. So here in the N of ANGELS, which is nailing the strategy and the story, there are a couple of key areas. First, act as a facilitator and an orchestrator of your brand. Two, use the elements to publicize your brand in a positive way, but in an indirect way to influence it. Three, leverage it to be authentic, especially when you're dealing with corporate social responsibility. It can really help you nail your strategy through some of the mechanisms available in social media. Four, make sure that you're looking at the way you can target people through social media, in particular a set of roles. This is Sandy Carter, the author of The New Language of Marketing 2.0. Thank you.